Aero India 2021 Day 3. Today is the closing day. This show, which used to be more than 5 to 6 days in the earlier versions, has been truncated to 3 days because of the existing global scenario situation. Still, India made its gut and then said, we will go ahead and host the show. Many countries have cancelled it off or either postponed. There are many other things. But Aero India 2021 has been successfully hosted, and today is day 3. There will be Manthan and Bandhan. These will happen alongside the proceedings going on. But the flying display, the most colorful, the most enticing flying display will happen any moment from now, and we will also be there in Yelahanka Air Base to take it live from Yelahanka Air Base.
Namaskara and a very warm welcome on day 3 of Aero India 2021. The fact is that all eyes are on India and Bangalore. The fact that, of course, such a global aerospace event of this scale, and certainly South Asia and Asia's largest, is taking place at the Bangalore Air Force Base here in Yelahanka. There's still a nip in the air, and my co-host Asif Beg and me, Vasanthi Hariprakash, have a great pleasure in welcoming all our viewers, whether from DD Bharati, DD India, and all the South India regional channels who are joining us. Once again, Namaskara and Vanakkam. Of course, as the Defence Minister of the country himself tweeted, Aero India 2021 in its hybrid avatar in this pandemic means a lot for India's Atmanirbhar campaign and Make in India push. But I'm going to actually now let my co-host Asif capture for us what was day 2 like. You've spent the whole day here, Asif, and of course with all those iron birds in the skies, give us a sense of what it was.
Good morning, India. Well, we've been connected with each other for past 3 days, and Aero India 2021, after the inaugural function which happened by the Defence Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh, we had day 2 where we had a spectacular show which came up by all the Air Force officers, and there were a lot of machines up in there. Much in the air. So we had Sukhoi, who was like outstanding yesterday, and the best part was in Tejas we also had our Bangalore South MP Shri Tejasvi Surya, who was a part of it, who flew with Tejas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we have the valedictory function, and prior to that we have something very important for the startup Manthan. So let's take you to Manthan.
Yeah, so I think as he mentioned, the Startup Bandhan is a great platform for innovators. And if you really look at the significance of what Aero India usually is, and it's been a great pleasure for me personally, at least about 4 Aero India editions, to see this in the capital city of Karnataka and what gets called as the IT capital of the country, is that it's for enthusiasts, it is for people in the business of aerospace and defense, and also startup innovators. That is coming to the fore with people who are going to be showcasing. The 10 best startups get to show their innovations to the Defence Minister himself. And Asif, I was reading
India 2021, actually Bangalore, you mentioned about it, IT Hub to hai hi, Garden City, it's turning out to be the defense capital as well.
I think given the fact that traditionally we've had defense, what gets called startup now, but all the PSUs, Bharat Electronics Limited, BHEL, and the Earth Movers Limited, and HAL, and there is a mood of celebration given that HAL has bagged the contract of 48,000 crore rupees to have these light combat
yesterday
aircraft.
Something very interesting happened. There was another MOU signed in between HAL and another company, and that also is a very big contract. Adds on, that's like a feather on our hat for the exhibitions and the conventions happening right here at Aero India 2021.
Yeah, so one aspect of it is the job creation, but the other aspect is also what it does to the younger generation. I was reading a tweet by IIT Kanpur. In fact, the students of IIT Kanpur have put together a 4 kg helicopter, a light helicopter, and it's got some really good features, and especially in terms of its radar capabilities as well. And that is something which is also being showcased. So I can imagine that those who are able to watch us virtually only, of course, this time, given that it's in a model where we need to be cautious still about the pandemic, but we still are going out to capture the enthusiasm of this biennial, something that happens only once in 2 years. So naturally, people look forward to every edition of Aero India. Asif, in the afternoon, when the President is going to be joining us for the valedictory, that would actually mark a closure. But before that, if we really evaluate all the 3 days of what it's been, I think in sheer terms of the business and interactions between different stakeholders, we have got a great thing going on Aero India 2021.
In fact, this is a very big thing, having the President himself being present here for the valedictory function of Aero India 2021. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be witnessing that. Stay tuned with us with Doordarshan. Me and Vasanthi will be connected with you. For now, let's take you to the machines which are flying up in the air, making the skies flatter with their beauty.
I think it's time for us to be keeping our eyes locked to the skies for all the breathtaking maneuvers that our pilots and people and the crew have been put together. What kind of hard work it must have taken, and it's a great moment for them as well as all their families and the rest of us watching it with great pride.
With maneuvers, ladies and gentlemen, we see the Sarangs who's all set to fly up in the air along with the Suryakirans. Enjoy the show.
इंडियन मीडियम रोल हेलीकॉप्टर IMRH के विकास में निर्माण के साथ सामरिक तथा निर्यातक दृष्टि से भारत के विकास एवं आत्मनिर्भरता के एक नए मुकाम को हासिल कर पाएगा।
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause as the LCH has landed right in front of you after this enthralling display. Towards our right, you can see the beautiful Sarangs taking to the sky. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind and a very wonderful morning, ladies and gentlemen. This year is indeed special, as it's proven once again that no adversity is big enough to even pause the Josh of the guardians of our country's skies. On this note, as we can see, it's a fine morning today, perfect for the display by the Sarang helicopter display team. I'm the team commentator, squadron leader Arpita Mukherjee, and it will be my endeavor to guide you through the display today. As someone has rightly said, and I quote, "The ultimate responsibility of a pilot is to fulfill the dreams of millions of earthbound ancestors who could only stare at the sky and wish." I unquote. Fulfilling that dream, the Sarang Way year 2021 marks as the 18th year of the display flying by this first ALH unit. It is our way to salute the indomitable spirit of the air warriors that beat the adversities into the submission. What you'll be witnessing today is the perfect blend of zero-error ritual, man-machine coordination, coupled with the Josh and Hosh. A true depiction of a dancing peacock, which you're going to witness right now. It is the epitome of beauty and grace. Made the team founders name it as Sarang. The color scheme of the the aircraft is the one in which a peacock is etched all over the helicopters. Shift your gaze as we are here, the Sarang helicopter display team of the Indian Air Force. The team is maintaining the wine glass formation while raising a toast on this momentous occasion of Aero India 2021. Sarang 1 is leading the formation with Sarang 4 flying right behind him. Sarang 2 is formating to his left and Sarang 3 to his right. Leading the formation is the team leader, Wing Commander Girish Komar, a qualified flying instructor and an instrument rating instructor and examiner. He has been one of the pioneers seeing through the fledgling Sarang team to today's one of its kind in the world. The co-pilot of Sarang 1 is squadron leader Mahesh Pundir. And as you can see, they taking the right turn, there will be a change from inverted wine glass to what we call an India formation. And here they make an English letter I in the sky. This I is dedicated to our motherland and for these indigenously developed helicopters. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, coming in, Sarangs in India formation. Captain of Sarang 2 is the first woman display pilot of the team, Wing Commander Sukhoi-30 and her co-pilot today is squadron leader Manoj Manuel. He is experienced on Chetak and also on LH Mark III. The pilot in command of Sarang 3 is squadron leader Ravish Kumar, a QFI and a glacier cleared captain. His co-pilot today is squadron leader Veer. Wing Commander Niket Tiwari, a QFI and trained on fixed and rotary wing aircraft. It is the captain of Sarang 4 today. His co-pilot is Adarsh Thakur. Keep looking at the aircraft approaching from your left now. On the leader's command, the formation will change to something very, very special for this occasion. We shall stand by for the leader's call. That was a leader, and exactly that is a diamond in the sky, ladies and gentlemen, especially marking the Aero India 2021. Indeed. Number 4 has just pulled up for the Stolton. I am sure the captain is propagating the social distancing norm this time. I can fly. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sarang 4 making a quick short exit as he goes past you. Wave at him, wish him good luck. And as we are all geared up for Sarang's next maneuver, we can see the spectacular Suryakiran aerobatic team going in for a spectacular takeoff. Keep looking to your 12 o'clock now. Sarang 1, 2 and 3. Position for the team's signature maneuver, the Dolphins Leap. This maneuver requires a very high degree of skill achieved by strict mind and body coordination. All 3 helicopters flying abreast will pull up in the vertical plane and carry out a synchronized Stolton to the left. To join up with the formation. The team performs under the ever-watchful eyes of the team safety officer. Today's safety officer is squad leader Gopi Krishna, assisting him is safety officer 2, along with the videographers. Ladies and gentlemen, the ALH fleet in IF has steadily grown from the conventional ALH Mark 1 to Mark 4. The ALH Mark 4 is the weapon system integrated version with its air-to-air and air-to-ground weaponry along with the modern avionics is one amongst the lethal arm platforms with the IAF today. The flexibility of this aircraft has been time-tested from buried operations to swarm displays. On this note, set your gaze straight ahead. The team is rolling in for crossover break. We shall listen out for the leader's call at this point of time. Stand by. With that leader's call, here it is, the crossover break. Apart from performing these breathtaking displays, this unit has also contributed immensely in several humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations. The team was at the forefront in Operation Rahat in Uttarakhand in June 2013, was one of the first responders during the cyclone Okhi in December 17, and also during the tragic forest fires in Theni in March 18. These highly skilled pilots leave no opportunity to show off the capabilities of the helicopter they fly. The other pilots of the team are Wing Commander S.K. Mishra, who is the flight commander, Wing Commander Sridhar, Squadron Leader Manoj, Squad Leader Mukesh, Squad Leader Jagan, Squad Leader Shekhar, Flight Lieutenant Dhanveer Singh and Flight Lieutenant Akshay. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be deceived by these beautifully painted helicopters. These birds turn into mean machine ready to serve the nation whenever the need arises. Talking about the need and the difficulty level has now gone up, ladies and gentlemen, as the team is preparing for the level mesh. Coming in from opposite directions, each helicopter will cross the other within a gap of less than 1 second. And that also in the same plane. Keep looking straight ahead, coming in for level mesh. Takes to the skies and return home safely, a dedicated team of technicians work around the clock. The onerous responsibility of maintaining the zero-error zone is being shouldered by Wing Commander Himanshu Purohit, along with Wing Commander Narendra Singh, Squad Leader Satish and Squad Leader Selvin. And now get ready to feel the heat go up. The two pairs are positioning for the level cross. The helicopters are flying at just 50 meters above the ground. With Sarang 1 and Sarang 3 to your right and Sarang 2 and Sarang 4 to your left. Keep looking right and left, ladies and gentlemen, coming in for level cross. Successfully completed approximately 773 displays. While doing these daredevil maneuvers, the aircraft maintains the distance of only 1 rotor dial. One such example of precision is right here coming in from opposite direction. This time, Sarang 3 and Sarang 4. Helicopters will cross head-on and perform synchronized turn facing away from each other. Ladies and gentlemen, keep looking straight. Coming in, Sarang 3, Sarang 4. And just for our August gathering and for their applauses, here comes Sarang 3 and Sarang 4 performing a high-speed cross once again exclusively for you. Sarang 3 and Sarang 4, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our team boasts of the finest air warriors of the Indian Air Force, an embodiment of the professionalism and ethos of the IAF. The Sarang team has time and again been called to the fore in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions. With one motive of winning hearts and saving lives, this time the Sarangs have something very lovable and very special coming in for us.
I won't give up, nah, nah, nah. Let me love you, let me love you. Don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah, nah, nah.
A beautiful, pulsating Sarang hearts just for the office gathering present here this morning. With love, Sarangs. Display flying ladies and gentlemen, is all about grace and beauty that you're witnessing right now. In this, the pilots have to be deliberate and they operate at relatively low speeds, stretching the aircraft to their limits. This deliberate attempt to remain in the visual bubble can be well understood when I tell you that today the team is flying within the boundary of just 3 square kilometers and in the height band of 50 meter to 140 meter above the ground level, operating within the speed limit of 100 to 240 kmph.
Let me love you. Let me love you. Don't you give up. Nah, nah,
It gives me an immense pride to tell you that the team executes the humanitarian missions with the same finesse with which it has been executing well choreographed maneuvers in front of you. And now look straight ahead. The team rolled in for the grand finale of today's display, the Sarang split. The leader will give a call on the soul-lilting tune of Vande Mataram. We will perform the Sarang split. Here goes the leader saluting to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sarang's Vande Mataram.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. After that scintillating display by the Sarang helicopter display team, in a short while from now, you will be witnessing the majestic takeoff of the Suryakiran team. The team will be taking off in 2 wings. The first wing will be led by Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medal. Following him, there will be 3 aircraft streaming, Suryakiran 4, 5 and 6. And then will come our next wing, which will be led by Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. I'm Squadron Leader Anjali Rai, the Suryakiran team commentator, and it is my privilege to guide you through the display profile. After the takeoff, you all will be witnessing a thrilling display by light utility helicopter. And soon the team members will gather and will be in front of you to present a thrilling aerobatic display. With the directions and clock codes, which I will be using while guiding you through the display. When I say, look 10 o'clock, please shift your gaze to your left. To your left, wherein you can see that white helicopter. Right above that, you will be able to spot the team members. When I say, look straight ahead, or 12 o'clock, please look across the runway, and wherein you can see the tree line right above them, you will be able to spot the team. Till then, please welcome the Sarang helicopter display team coming in from your left for a very beautiful landing. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep encouraging these daredevils with your big round of applause. Finishing off with the clock code, when I say look right or look 2 o'clock, please shift your gaze to your right, and wherein you can see the Sarangs going for landing right above them. You will be able to spot the team members.
us see the Sarang helicopter display team in a very, very low and a slow speed, giving its full glory. For a photo opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, a big, big round of applause for the Sarang helicopter display team of the Indian Air Force.
Well, we have just received the message that the Suryakirans have been cleared for takeoff. So please keep looking to your left, as rolling will be the first wake. A wake or a pair takeoff is generally done during war or for operational purposes for the maximum utilization of the runway. However, today you will be witnessing this thrilling takeoff by the Suryakiran team.
HAL is extremely proud to present here in display its youngest and latest member of the growing helicopter family, the light utility helicopter, an abiding example of HAL's continued dedication to self-reliance, Atmanirbharta. We have in front of you the light utility helicopter, which will be performing a spiraling climb, amply demonstrating the reserve of power and controllability the machine possesses. For performing some wing-over maneuvers. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your right as the aircraft will now climb steeply. The LUH, a 3-ton helicopter with a single Aerodyn 1U engine, has been developed as a replacement to the Indian Armed Forces' aging Chetak and Cheetah fleet of single-engine helicopters. Designing a helicopter for India's vast and varied terrain with its conflicting requirements has always been a daunting task. HAL has always lived up to this challenge, and the time it is achieved with completely indigenous resources. The display is being performed by HAL test pilots, Group Captain Rajesh Verma and Wing Commander Bambani. because the aircraft will now showcase its tail rotor power and low speed handling capability. It will perform a quick stop, a sideward flight, tail up maneuver in rearward flight. So keep looking forward. What you're witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is a sideward flight. The helicopter has completed all the necessary flight test trials required for achieving initial operation clearance, a feat achieved almost a year back. After performing a quick stop, the aircraft now do a tail-up maneuver in rearward flight. There she goes with the tail-up maneuver. The light utility helicopter is now ready to perform a couple of stall turns in front of us. And the LUH is now ready for operation from anywhere, be it in the glacier or the plains or the sandy desert dunes or even the high sea. And look straight ahead as it performs its first stall turn. There she goes up again, touching the sky with glory with its second stall turn. The light utility helicopter has a hingeless main rotor system fitted with the new segmented blades, a first for HAL in its helicopter design. Segmented blades would enable rapid folding and unfolding of blades, making it handy in transportation, parking, and in operations over confined areas such as small ship decks. The machine had its debut display in the Aero India 2017, 4 years back, and today it is in front of us, fully ready with operational clearance, certification and posed for operational exploitation. Ladies and gentlemen, the LUH as it lands in front of us, please give her a warm round of applause, welcoming her to join the ever-growing India's indigenous helicopter family and wishing her good luck and Godspeed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Suryakiran team commentator once again back with you all. Any aerobatic display is dependent on the weather to a large extent, and the decision to carry out a vertical or horizontal profile will be governed by today's weather, which seems to be perfectly fine for a vertical display. Presenting synchronous aerobatic maneuvers. Coupled with music, it appears to be a ballet in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting ambassadors of the Indian The Suryakiran aerobatic team, led by Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medic. The team made an entry for Aero formation, and you just witnessed the leftmost and rightmost members fighting in to form a diamond in the sky. Keep watching as the team members who appears to be hurtling towards the ground will be recovering at a height of near 200 meters above the ground. All the 9 members in synchronous harmony with each other are turning at a speed of 700 kilometers per hour. But do not shift your gaze anywhere, as soon the team leader will be ordering a change in the formation. और ये देखिए कैसे टीम लीडर के आदेश का अनुसरण करते हुए दाहिनी तथा बाईं ओर के सदस्य आगे की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं तथा अब टीम लीडर के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाते हुए उड़ान भर रहे हैं। इसी के साथ टीम ने बना ली है डेल्टा फॉर्मेशन। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, आपकी बाईं ओर से डेल्टा फॉर्मेशन। Prepares for its next maneuver, let me introduce you all to the team members who are flying in today's display. Leading the formation is the team leader, Suryakiran 1, Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medic. He is the commanding officer of the squadron. Flying right behind him, we have number 4, Wing Commander Mayank Nautiyal. And flying at the tail of the formation behind number 4 is number 7, Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. The safety observer coordinates and ensures the safety of the team from the ground. Today, this task is being performed by Wing Commander Nikhil Bhatt, who flies as number 6. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please shift your gaze to your right, 2 o'clock. As soon you will see the team members pulling up for a loop. और इस लूप में आप टीम को देखेंगे एक अंतरिक्ष यान की फॉर्मेशन। आपकी दाहिनी ओर 2 o'clock की दिशा में पुल अप कर रही है सूर्यकिरण टीम एक अंतरिक्ष यान की फॉर्मेशन में। इस फॉर्मेशन को हम समर्पित करते हैं भारत के अतुलनीय अंतरिक्ष प्रोग्राम व मेक इन इंडिया ड्राइव को। Campaign and has helped India conquer the final frontier, space. On that note, Suryakiran team from your right. As you see the formation now, introducing the members flying to the right of the leader. To the right of the leader, we have Suryakiran 2 Wing Commander Udit Mehta. Behind him is number 8, Squadron Leader Navjot Singh. And right after is number 6, Squadron Leader Manik Bhalla. At this moment, the team members are flying at a distance of merely 1 wingspan from each other, which is 5.5 meters. Until the time I was introducing the team members, you can see they have formed a new formation. They are coming in from your right in wine glass formation. With this wine glass, the Suryakiran team raises a toast to all the participants of Aero India 2021 and especially to our virtual audience. आइए अब मैं आपका परिचय टीम के बाईं ओर उड़ान भर रहे सदस्यों से करवाती हूँ। टीम लीडर के बाईं ओर है सूर्यकिरण 3 विंग कमांडर अतुल यादव, उनके ठीक पीछे उड़ान भर रहे हैं नंबर 9 विंग कमांडर अजय दर्शन तथा बाईं ओर छोर पे उड़ान भर रहे हैं 5 स्क्वाड्रन लीडर तेजेश्वर सिंह। टीम के अन्य सदस्यों में शामिल हैं स्क्वाड्रन लीडर अमन सलारिया जो नंबर 5 की पोजीशन पर उड़ान भरते हैं, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर रूपम बॉडलॉय और स्क्वाड्रन लीडर दीपांकर गर्ग। Ladies and gentlemen, this time please shift your gaze to your left 10 o'clock as the team will be coming in to perform a barrel roll in diamond formation. The epitome of any aerobatic maneuver is a barrel roll. It is a combination of looping and rolling and requires immense concentration and anticipation from the pilot to maintain his orientation while pitching up and rolling at the same time. To your left 10 o'clock, the Suryakiran team has pulled up for a barrel roll in diamond formation. This diamond roll is dedicated to our COVID warriors who have been fighting with this pandemic with all their might and who have withstood the immense pressure and have come out shining like a diamond. Suryakiran 8 and 9 are synchro pair. To strive for perfection, a team of over 100 technicians led by Wing Commander Nagendra and assisted by Squadron Leader Suraj and Squadron Leader Shyam Mohan support the flying effort. Formation aerobatics is not new to the Indian Air Force. It dates back to 1982, the golden jubilee year of the Indian Air Force, when the first official 9-aircraft aerobatic team, the Thunderbolt Aerobatics team, was formed. This team mesmerized a generation of spectators from 1982 to 1989. And the team flew the venerable Hunter aircraft. Paying a tribute to the legacy of the Thunderbolt team, the Suryakiran team will be coming in from your 12 o'clock, resembling the shape of the Hunter aircraft. और दर्शकों, आपने अभी तक जिन टीम के सदस्यों को टीम लीडर के साथ एक अदृश्य डोरी से बंधे हुए देखा है, वे टीम लीडर के आदेश का अनुसरण करते हुए पूरे आसमान में सूर्य की किरणों की तरह बिखर जाएंगे। There, ladies and gentlemen, 12 o'clock to you, the Suryakiran team, pulling up for its signature maneuver, the bomb burst loop. Not the end. The team has warmed you up, and now to raise the tempo and increase your heartbeats, we present to you some sensational synchro maneuvers by the Suryakiran aerobatic team. So sit back and tighten those seatbelts as we will be taking you on the most astounding journey of aerobatic display. For the first synchro maneuver, which is the barbed wire cross, Suryakiran 8 and 9, our synchro pair, will be coming in from your left and right. And they will be accompanied by Suryakiran 5 and 6, who will be coming hot on their tails. So ladies and gentlemen, there from your left and right, you can see Suryakiran 8 and 9 approaching towards each other along with 5 and 6. And can you guess their closing speed? Well, it is more than 1,000 kilometers per hour. nice and proper, as Dusty and NJ are not done yet. They have decided to raise the difficulty level and will be coming in front of you one more time, this time for a jinking cross. Jinking is a maneuver which is used in combat to confuse the enemy. However, this beautiful morning, our synchro pair will be performing the jinking cross to raise your heartbeats. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty from your left hand, MJ from your right. Indigenously manufactured Kiran Mark II aircraft and presented its last display in Aero India 2011. However, after a very short gap of 3 years, in 2015, this team was formed on Hawk Mark 132 aircraft. And on that note, please shift your gaze to your right as here comes the leader with his boys in a beautiful alpha formation dedicated to Aero India 2021. But what is the fun in flying straight and level? So look to your left, here comes TJ with a little surprise. That was number 5 TJ piercing right through the alpha formation and executing a flawless alpha cross. The team, which was resurrected in 2015, started as a 4-aircraft team and presented its maiden display on 8th October 2015. With the hard work and dedication of each and every team member, it progressed to a 6-aircraft team in 2016. And finally, the dream of having a 9-aircraft team was realized in 2017. Every member strives to live up to its motto, always the best. Creating a buzz and raising your heartbeats one more time. Number 5, TJ. Now please shift your gaze to your right, as coming in from your right is Suryakiran 6, 8 and 9. And there goes the inverted man of Scat, Dusty flying upside down. The inverted wing formation. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that these daredevils are coming from every direction towards us. So time now to shift your gaze straight ahead, 12 o'clock. Coming in from 12 o'clock will be Suryakiran 1, 2 and 3. Anu, Udit and Atul. And there they are. And there goes Suryakiran 2, being mischievous and drawing circles behind Suryakiran 1 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the corkscrew maneuver. And time once again to shift your gaze to your right, as coming in from your right, 3 o'clock will be Suryakiran 7 along with Suryakiran 4. It seems there is some confusion in their mind and they are not able to decide which side is up and which side is down. So from your right, here comes Suryakiran 7 flying inverted. And as he will straighten, you will see number 4 inverting. तो हम सभी ने खेली है, लेकिन आज आप सबके साथ एक अनोखी आंख मिचौली खेलने जा रहे हैं सूर्यकिरण टीम के पायलट्स। तो जरा अपनी नजरें आसमान में घुमाइए, लेकिन बाईं ओर नहीं, और एक बार ढूंढ के बताइए कि आपको हवाई जहाज कहां नजर आ रहे हैं। Well, let me help you out. Keep looking straight ahead and you will see one aircraft approaching towards you. But is it one or two? Well, those of you who can spot one, raise one hand, and those of you who can spot two of them, please raise both your hands. Well, it seems 6, 8 and 9 were not in the mood to play hide and seek. That was 6, 8 and 9 executing a hidden split. And now, once again, please shift your gaze straight ahead. As coming in from 12 o'clock is the leader for a starburst. But more than this maneuver, it is the message which he will be transmitting for our audience, which is very, very special. So keep looking straight ahead, 12 o'clock. There they are, 12 o'clock to you, and let's listen out for the leader's message.
Good morning, Bangalore. Suryakiran wishes all of you blue skies and happy landings. Jai Hind.
Wait. We are not yet done. Ladies and gentlemen, especially all the beautiful ladies, it seems your heartfelt applause has reached our team, and especially to synchro pair number 8 and number 9. And how do I know that? Well, keep looking straight ahead and you will get to know it very, very soon. And there they are, 12 o'clock to you. Suryakiran 8 and 9, Dusty and NJ, pulling up to perform something very, very special. As we are approaching the Valentine's Day, here is a heart dedicated to all the beautiful ladies who are watching us, cheering us, and who have been encouraging the team with their love and support. A Suryakiran heart to all the lovely ladies. देवियों एवं सज्जनों, यह एक छोटी सी प्रस्तुति थी सूर्यकिरण टीम की ओर से। सूर्यकिरण टीम अपने आदर्श वाक्य सदैव सर्वोत्तम पर खरी उतरती हुई भारतीय वायुसेना के आदर्श वाक्य नभः स्पृशम दीप्तम को सही मायनों में चरितार्थ करती है। Raising the tempo, then how can these daredevils come and simply land? And there, to your right, you can see them peeling off one after the other. In Suryakiran 2, you saw him performing the corkscrew maneuver and drawing circles behind 1 and 3. Suryakiran 2 Wing Commander Udit Mehta, and there comes following close number 9. Our synchro pair or synchro leader, Wing Commander Ajay Dasrathi. Rahul Yadav. And here we have Suryakiran 5. You saw him creating a buzz and raising your heartbeat. Squadron leader Tejeshwar Singh. Please welcome the team leader with a big round of applause. Here comes Suryakiran 1, Group Captain Anup Singh. You saw him pulling all the strings during the display. Here we have number 6, Squadron Leader Manik Bhalla. He flies as the right outer. Following him, there we have number 7, Squadron Leader Abhijit Singh. And there comes number 4, the Flight Commander. Wing Commander Mayank Nautiyal. You saw him inverting along with number 7. Synchro 2, Suryakiran 8, Squadron Leader Navjot Singh.
Keeping up with the ethos of the Indian Air Force, we take pride in our heritage. So ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Goonie bird, savior of Kashmir, the one and only Dakota.
ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ಎಂದೇ ಜನಪ್ರಿಯವಾಗಿ ಕರೆಯಲ್ಪಡುವ ಡಕೋಟಾ ವಿಮಾನವು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯ ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಾರಿಗೆ ವಿಮಾನವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ವಿಮಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಾಗಿರುವ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಇತಿಹಾಸವಿದೆ. ಈ ವಿಮಾನವು 1947ರಿಂದ 1971ರವರೆಗೆ ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿದೆ. 1947ರ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಶ್ಮೀರಿ ಸೈನಿಕರನ್ನು ಸಾಗಿಸಿರುವುದರಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು 1971ರ ಬಾಂಗ್ಲಾದೇಶ್ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಹೋರಾಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಂಗಿಲ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಗೆ ಈ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 13ರಂದು ಸಂಸದರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಜೀವ್ ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಈ ಗೂನಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ ವಿಮಾನವನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಏರ್ ಕೊಮೋಡೋರ್ MK ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ VSM ರವರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಭಾರತೀಯ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಗೆ ಉಡುಗೊರೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದರು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಯುಪಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಐತಿಹಾಸಿಕ ದಿನವಾಗಿಯೇ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. UK ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಕೂಲಂಕಿತ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇದನ್ನು 2018ರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ತರಲಾಯಿತು.
Today for the flying display, the aircraft is being piloted by a veteran Group Captain Ajay Menon, along with Wing Commander Siddharth Gehlot from the Heritage Flight of Indian Air Force. Group Captain Ajay Menon is an experimental test pilot with the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, with more than 3,000 hours of flying on more than 20 different types of aircraft.
भारतीय संस्कृति के अनुरूप भारतीय वायुसेना अपनी परंपराओं और विरासत को सदैव सर्वोपरि सम्मान देती है तथा वरिष्ठों के अनुभवों को आत्मसात कर हमेशा सचेत रहती है। आसमान की रक्षा में परशुराम तुम्हें मन में रखते हैं, घुसकर दुश्मन के घर में विजयी परचम फहरा सकते हैं। इतिहास नहीं, भूगोल भी बदल सकते हैं।
This aircraft has a top speed of 190 miles per hour and a range in excess of 1,000 miles. More important, the aircraft had a very low accident rate and was considered the best transport plane of the Indian Air Force.
Namaskara, Bangalore. This is Group Captain Menon and Wing Commander AK Singh from the Dakota cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the aerial ballet. I have only one question, Bangalore. How is the Josh? Bangalore, keep your mask on, keep social distancing, and beat the pandemic. Dakota out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice you just heard was the voice of the pilot directly from the cockpit of Dakota. And now you can see how majestically she flies away into the vast blue sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that enchanting performance, next in line we have something that will raise your heartbeats. Taking to the skies of Bengaluru to enchant you is the mighty Sukhoi-30 MKI. It has already taxied out and is waiting for final clearance. The aircraft that you will see is from 30 Squadron, the Lions. In the captain's seat today will be Wing Commander Varun Bhoj, and in the rear cockpit will be Squadron Leader Ali. Both the crew are masters of their roles for today's display. Aircraft you will see taking off in a short while from now, and if you listen closely, you will hear the thunderous sound of the afterburners, because when the mighty flanker is sprinting down the runway, the thunder is never behind. Taking off. She will take a quick left turn and like I was saying, thunder is never far behind. She has taken a left turn and will now position for the loop, tumble and the yaw. This maneuver is extremely complex and seemingly impossible, but is the forte of this aircraft. The Sukhoi-30 MKI is the only operational aircraft in the world today that can perform this extremely complex and seemingly impossible maneuver. She has started to climb up. There is the loop, the tumble, and the yaw. What you just saw was the aircraft maneuver will now position along the runway from your right and will execute a series of rolls. Ladies and gentlemen, was a display of the agility of the aircraft. Wing Commander Varun will position onto your left now for a low speed run along the runway. The maneuver allows the bird to slide behind any slower adversary. She will run in from your left, abounding in grace and poise. Time stands still as she tiptoes past you at just 200 kilometers per hour. Aircraft that can turn quickly even at low speeds is a nightmare for any adversary. Talking about nightmares, Wing Commander Varun will now demonstrate the low speed turn capability of this marvelous aircraft. It will turn it will turn through 360 degrees with a radius turn of nearly 450 meters. The Sukhoi-30 MKI is invincible in a torque fight. In case you were a little caught up and missed some of the finer details of the maneuver earlier on, we have for you, once again, the spectacular loop tumble yaw. And this time, the pilot will position the aircraft head-on to the dais. Do not miss out on the opportunity to look at this marvelous maneuver once again. And there she climbs up for a loop. And there is the loop, ladies and gentlemen. The tumble. And the yaw. Can I have a huge round of applause for that? Flying in reverse gear, this is perhaps your only chance to witness such a spectacle. Keep your eyes on the aircraft, and the next maneuver is the tail slide, the signature maneuver of the Sukhoi-30 MKI. Look as she's pulling up into the blue yonder. Wing Commander Varun will soon make the aircraft stand on her tail and slow her down to 0 speed. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, 25 tons of machinery and 2 humans stationary in the skies above you. And the captain is now making the aircraft slide back, tail forward, and
come vertically down. The maneuver displays the extraordinary performance of this aircraft and the stability of its engines in such an adverse and harsh maneuver. Craft will now be positioning onto your right for a loop. It will gracefully pitch up the nose and commence the loop and will complete the maneuver with the same grace and elegance. Wasn't that a horseshoe though in the sky? Wing Commander Varun will now bring this mighty aircraft for a high-speed run. Do keep your eyes fixed onto your left because the next maneuver is the high-speed run. There she comes, flying past you at speeds close to 900 kilometers per hour. Do not be deceived by the noises that the sound of thunder is following. The pilot, as you saw, turned left and will shortly lower the landing gear to come in for a landing, where Wing Commander Varun will demonstrate the landing capabilities of the mighty flanker. Keep looking to your left and you will see the flanker confidently making her approach to terra firma. Look on and you will notice the grace with which the wheels kiss the earth. And there she is. The pilot has started to decelerate and she will come to a stop soon. May we have a huge round of applause for the mighty Sukhoi-30 MKI. The flanker combines the ruggedness of Russian technology and Western avionics. But inside her is a heart that is truly Indian. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. This is Flight Lieutenant Rhythma signing off. Jai Hind. Ladies and gentlemen, the next aircraft for the flight display is none other than our very own Netra, the eye in the sky. I am Squadron Leader Zufila and I'll guide you through the display of Airborne Early Warning and Control System. Look to your left for the Netra, eye in the sky.
हवा से सूचना का संचार करने वाला, हवाई सुरक्षा को जिम्मेदारी देने वाला, विजयी सपनों को पंख लगाने वाला नेत्र स्वयं आपकी नजरों के सामने उड़ान भरता हुआ। नेत्र नाम से विभूषित एयरबोर्न अर्ली वार्निंग एंड कंट्रोल सिस्टम सेंटर फॉर एयरबोर्न सिस्टम भारतीय रक्षा अनुसंधान संस्थान द्वारा भारत में निर्मित पहला AEWC सिस्टम है। नेत्र का बेस ब्राजील के
Features of quick deployment, minimal manpower and cost-effective operations makes it an indomitable network-centric platform. Having achieved operational success, few more such AEWNC systems will be developed by CAB's DRDO on Airbus platform.
संचालन की अनूठी विशेषताएं इस एक अदम्य केंद्रीय नेटवर्क प्रणाली में स्थान प्रदान करती हैं। एम्ब्रेयर प्लेटफॉर्म पर 8 EWC सिस्टम दुनिया में हवा में ईंधन भरने के लिए अपनी तरह का पहला उपक्रम है।
And there you can see Netra landing in front of you. Give a huge round of applause for Netra, the eye in the sky.
Gentlemen, train your eyes to the left for a first among the firsts. The B-1B Lancer of the United States Air Force, also known as the Bone, will fly past next for the second time in Aero India 2021. The first time it flew here was on the opening day. It is a multi-role, long-range bomber capable of flying a variety of intercontinental missions. The B-1B today is captained by Major Drew Mentor. We have two Tejas escorting the B-1B on either side. These aircraft are flown by Wing Commander Varun Singh and Wing Commander Karthikeya. The B-1B has flown a 26-hour-long flight from Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota and belongs to the 34th Expeditionary Bomb Squadron. The other crew members on board are Lieutenant Austin, Major Jason, and Captain Hiep Du. We await the arrival of the B-1B. This aircraft has carried out 4 in-flight refuelings over 11,000-mile journey. Your eyes to the left and notice the B-1B escorted by 2 Tejas coming in front of you. Give a big round of applause to the participation of the United States Air Force in Aero India 2021. Flanked on either side by the Tejas, the B-1B once again captained by Major Drew Mentor. A big round of applause for the Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of the morning aircraft flying display.
On behalf of Ministry of Defence, we express our gratitude to all our distinguished guests for honouring us with their presence this morning. On behalf of the commentary team comprising Group Captain Monish, Wing Commander Nimish, Wing Commander Matthew, Squadron Leader Vandana, Squadron Leader Tanya, Squadron Leader Zufila, and I, Flight Lieutenant Ridhima, we thank you and hope you enjoyed being here. Jai Hind.
आशा करते हैं आज के इस एयर शो में आप सभी ने भरपूर आनंद लिया होगा। साथ ही एरोस्पेस सेक्टर के बारे में और जानने की इच्छा को भी जागृत किया होगा। नभ को स्पर्श करने वाले नजर नहीं आते, बादलों में कहीं गुम हो, पर यह जमी सलामत है क्योंकि आसमां में तुम हो। रक्षा मंत्रालय की ओर से मैं साभार धन्यवाद करता हूं समस्त उपस्थित गणमान्य व्यक्तियों का, जिन्होंने अपना मूल्यवान समय इस समारोह के सफल आयोजन हेतु दिया। कमेंट्री टीम के सदस्यों, ग्रुप कैप्टन मोनिश, विंग कमांडर मैथ्यू, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर वंदना, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर तान्या, स्क्वाड्रन लीडर जुफिला तथा फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट रिधिमा की ओर से मैं विंग कमांडर निमिष जैन आज के इस कार्यक्रम की समाप्ति पर आपसे विदा लेता हूं। जय हिंद।
of Aero India 2021. We concluded with two Tejas going together. Prior to that, we had Netra. What was the best thing you liked about the entire program?
Well, Asif, it's always tough to choose one particular moment, but I was just saying that it's been such a privilege to be the eyes of the world in watching this. Of course, getting to see something which gets, pulled off even in the midst of a pandemic. But my special one was the Dakota. Given that it's a flight, it's an aircraft that is older in a sense in the Indian Republic itself and has played such crucial parts in our country's history and defense, whether it's in the 1971 war or even before.
1947 as well.
Yeah.
It's played a vital role.
I think in a way you are watching pieces of our own country's history.
The kind of dedication, the Dakota is given, it is being honored with a name, Parshuram, and it's a vintage aircraft which is preserved. And last year, it was awarded as well.
Yeah. No, and particularly when you see the Tejas in the sky, I almost feel that, okay, this is the hero of this edition. Of course, every single aircraft, whether it was the Suryakiran or the Sarang or the Sukhoi, that the HAL itself manufactures. It's everything has its own piece of history. But for those who are joining in only today, I think it's essential for you to know that there is a big moment in India showcasing its indigenous flight capabilities and also manufacturing, given that 83 of these aircraft are going to roll out in the next few years to come, all from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. That was in fact the big moment that was celebrated even a day prior to when this edition, that is the 13th edition of the premier global aerospace event that is taking place in the Bangalore Air Force Base, Yelahanka.
So it all started in 1996, where we had the first episode of Aero India happening, and now we are in the 13th edition right here.
Yeah.
And most of the countries made it really impossible to organize a aero show like this, but in spite of pandemic, India took a bold step, and we started with the inauguration. We are here at the third day. We have the valedictory function.
Some of these measures that were really put together in place, how do you really make sure that there are so many people and yet we stay safe? One was the COVID negative report that was mandatory, that you had to have it not before 31st January.
Just 3
to
days
make
prior.
sure, we all underwent our RT-PCR tests, and only 3,000 people allowed on a single day. Otherwise, anybody who has seen Aero India in the previous years know that people flock to this, and I could sense the public eagerness to participate in this, and that is why I think people are watching through the virtual platforms.
The audience is very less, but then the best part is this was a hybrid show, and we have made sure that this is related to the entire country. All right.
I think we'll have to, take our audiences right now to the Chandan Singh Auditorium there, because there are very other things besides the flypast that we've been watching, Asif, the startup Bandhan, and the valedictory, of course, this afternoon, where the Honorable President of India, Shri Kovind, is going to be here with us. But meanwhile, we will keep coming back to you, whether you're watching us through whichever DD National or South channels, to tell you what we are seeing with our eyes right here at Aero India 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to have in our midst Honorable Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, whose own hopes and aspirations for startups to deeply catalyze India's military is unparalleled. Sir, I invite you to deliver the presidential address.
Chief of Defence Staff, General Bipin Ji Rawat, Defence Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar Ji, Secretary Defence Production Sri Raj Kumar Ji, Additional Secretary Sri Sanjay Yaju, Deputy Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Santanu Dayal Ji, young innovators, enterprising startups, those who are present physically and have joined virtually. Visha Sahastra Naman, the host of the event, who himself is connected with our startup initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, मैं कुछ बोलने के पहले जो बात मुझे टच की जब मैं चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ जनरल बिपिन रावत जी से बात कर रहा था, उन्होंने भी अपनी चिंता व्यक्त की। कि हमारे आईडेक्स स्टार्टअप्स जो हैं उनको जो अमाउंट मिलता है वो मुझे भी पहले भी लग रहा था कि तो कम है, और मैं ये कहूंगा कि सेक्रेटरी डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन और डिफेंस सेक्रेटरी ये देखें कि कुछ ना कुछ ये बढ़ना चाहिए, मुझे बहुत ही कम लगता है। Dear friends, it gives me immense pleasure to address this gathering of young India, our promising startups, future entrepreneurs, corporates, government representatives, and all those who have joined virtually. It is a privilege to be talking at an event on startups. This event is a testament of India's ability to take the lead and further build our strength in the post-COVID world. Friends, India embarked on an ambitious Startup India program on the clarion call given by our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. This program is started with the objective of harnessing the young talent, the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship ingrained in the Indian ethos. Startup India was based on three major pillars. First, simplification and handholding. Second, funding and incentives. And third, incubation and industry academia partnerships. With a resounding success since its start, the program today boasts an ecosystem of more than 41,000 startups and 4.7 lakh jobs reported by them. Also, rupees 4,500 crore of investment made in 384 startups through Funds of Fund scheme. In such an ecosystem, it will not be an exaggeration to say that our economy is soon going to be driven by these startups. Friends, our government is acutely conscious that startups, being the latest in trends in the defense manufacturing sector, required that extra push. With this aim in view, we have taken many steps to foster and encourage this partnership with private industry. I would like to highlight some of them, like opening up the patents and laboratories of DRDO to private industry, setting up of young scientist labs in niche technology areas, programs like Innovation for Defense Excellence, Defense India Startup Challenge, and IDEX for Fauji, etc. Dear friends, our commitment to ensure that technology developed by the Startup Ecosystem Act as force multipliers to the Indian military operational and combat capabilities. This has been highlighted in the latest version of the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020. This allows startup to participate in Make in India forums and also reserve projects up to ₹100 crore for micro, small and medium enterprise. Friends, I have been informed that Startup Manthan 2021 is being organized by Innovations for Defense Excellence Defense Innovation Organization as an annual flagship event dedicated to showcase innovations and technological developments in defense sector. It brings together startups, MSMEs, the corporate and military representatives to identify way forward and to further strengthen the partnership. Friends, as you are aware, IDEX was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister in April 2018 with the core aim to create corporate models for Indian defense needs. Such needs were to identify emerging technologies, connect innovators to military units, facilitate co-creation, and create pathways for incorporation of cutting-edge technologies into weapon systems used by our armed services. Attaining self-reliance in the manufacturing of defense equipment is a crucial factor for maintaining India's strategic autonomy. The IDEX initiative stands out as one of the most effective and well-executed defense startup ecosystem created in our country. I believe it is a decisive step towards achieving self-reliance in the true spirit of the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. I have been phenomenal progress made by the IDEX winners. Several of them are gaining recognition for their innovations at different national and international platforms as well. More than 1,200 startups and innovators have participated in Defense India Startup Challenge. Out of these, more than 60 startups have won in 30 technological areas under these challenges. I am proud to say that these brilliant innovators have been given grants of up to rupees 1.5 crore each to build these prototypes. Some examples of these innovations being high altitude pseudo satellite created by New Space Research and Technologies Private Limited and adoptive stealth by Hyper Stealth Technologies. Friends, in the aerospace sector itself, 300 plus startups are currently engaged, and under IDEX, 10 startups have developed the products worth rupees 100 crore, which have been displayed in front you in Aero India 21. Today, I am very happy to announce that the 45 MSMEs who have participated in Aero India have already got orders worth rupees 203 crore. This is a very heartening news, and I am sure it will grow further in the times to come. Friends, the startup Bandhan is going to provide a unique opportunity for startups to showcase their capabilities, products, and services to the targeted audience of industry leaders and business decision makers. Also, I believe the productive interactions with renowned national and international speakers, mentors, and thought leaders will provide learning opportunity to all those present here. Friends, when we talk about innovators, who can be better than a veteran turned into innovator with tons of field experience? IDEX for Fauji is such an initiative which provides opportunities to the members of the Indian Armed Forces to innovate. Their knowledge and first-hand experience provide a good source of feedback and innovative ideas for improving and bringing incremental improvements in existing platforms and equipment. They also provide for futuristic ideas for innovations in defense. There are more than 13 lakh service personnel working in the field and on the borders, handling extreme conditions and equipment. They have many ideas and innovations to improve such equipments. IDEX for Fauji opens up a new window and allows our Faujis to be recognized and rewarded as innovators. Though it has been only 1 year since introduction of IDEX for Fauji, the program is already showing promising results. Innovations done in the field of the robotics, in maritime applications by Lieutenant Deepak Suman Kumar and wall penetrating radar by Major Anup Mishra are some examples that can I recount. Friends, similarly, IDEX Open Challenge Initiative creates opportunities for innovators to propose ways for harnessing their technological capabilities to strengthen our nation's military capability. Anyone with an idea, technology, or a product that can be used in defense and aerospace can apply under this initiative. Towards this end, I would request all of you to come up with innovative ideas to support IDEX in its efforts to develop a robust startup ecosystem and provide valuable contributions in modernizing our armed forces. There is a huge potential in this sector, and there is a lot more to do. I expect and wish this event becomes a milestone in startup engagement in defense. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to all of you for promoting startups and innovations in defense, and wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Sir, your words of encouragement will surely inspire the military and startups to join hands in transforming IDEX into the role model program to realize the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. IDEX has pioneered the product management approach, a unified framework for managing government-funded innovation grants, placing product outcomes over technical activities. To facilitate the seamless implementation of the co-creation process and to aid in the effective collaboration between the various stakeholders, primarily the innovators, the nodal officers from the tri-services and the DPSUs, a digital management information system referred to as the IDEX dashboard has been developed. I request Honorable Raksha Mantri to launch and unveil the IDEX dashboard by clicking on the button. It's time now for recognition. Our first announcement today is the winners of the first edition of IDEX for Fauji. As I read out the names, I request each of you to come forward and gather together at the steps. After I finish the announcement of winners, I invite the winners on stage for a group certificate handover and felicitation by the Honorable Raksha Mantri, followed by a group photo. In Army, we have 6 innovations that have won the IDEX for Fauji challenge. Major Anup Mishra wall penetrating radar. Captain Raj Prasad RS Exploder unmanned IED disposal ROV. Lieutenant Colonel Anant Bhatt, cervical cancer detection using AI. Captain Vivek Ram HV, autonomous drone-based system. Captain Raj Prasad RS, He's like the Elon Musk, I believe, of the Indian Army. He's won a second time. For Tactical Surveillance and Reconnaissance System, and Major Vijendra Singh Yadav, Synthetic Training Environment. From the Navy, we have Lieutenant Deepak Suman Kumar, Robotics in Maritime Applications. Lieutenant Commander Alok Sahu, Inspection of Pipelines and Ventilation Trunkings. Lieutenant Commander Mayank Sharma, Design of Portable Compact System. From the Air Force, Wing Commander P.K. Mishra, Remotely Piloted Vehicle Range Extension. Group Captain Pushpinder Kashyap, Design of a Mobile Missile Testing Station. I invite Honorable Raksha Mantri and other dignitaries on stage for the certificate handover and group photo. I invite the winners to please join us on the dais. Thank you, sir. Many congratulations to the winners of IDEX for Fauji. Our next recognition is the winners of IDEX Open Challenge, the first edition. I request the winners to do the same as we have done in the previous felicitation. The winners, the first winner, Aviation Systems, Anil Yadav, development of loitering munitions for both the Navy and the Air Force. This is considered as two separate winning entries, sir. New Space Research, air-launched flexible asset swarm, Samir Joshi. Again, we have an Elon Musk type here. They have a second entry for stratospheric platform HAPS, Fab Heads Automation, design of carbon composite helicopter blades, Abhijit Rathore. Tunga Services, verifying and optimizing AI-based compiler, Saurav Bansal. Hyper Stealth Technologies, Adaptive Stealth, I believe it's clothing, Adaptive Stealth Clothing and Coating Materials, Manish Dalmia. Starbrew Tech Systems, Next Generation Communication over Radio, Naval Jain. Oculo Aerospace, Long Endurance Aerial Surveillance, Paridhi Govindaraju. I request Honorable Raksha Mantri and other dignitaries to hand over the certificate, and for a group photo, I invite the winners on stage. Congratulations to the winners. that, we come to the conclusion of the inaugural session of Startup Manthan 2021. It is my honor to thank our chief guest. We can finish it, sir? All right. All right. So this is the winners of Disc 4, the 4th edition of Disc Challenge, and I request the winners to come on to the dais, to the right and to the left. Mr. Manan Suri, AI-based satellite image analysis, Sarang AI Solutions. Ms. Sangeeta Das, AI-based satellite image analysis, Collaborative Intelligence Private Limited. For the challenge, foliage penetration radar, we have 2 winners representing Skyroute, Mr. Pavan Kumar Chandana, and representing Optimized Electrotech, Sandeep Shah. Autonomous underwater swarm drones. In this challenge, the winner is Sagar Defense, represented by Nikunj Parashar. For the challenge predictive and preventive machine monitoring, we have 3 winners representing QED, Mr. Vineet Gupta, representing Flutura and Sunlux, Derek Jose and Ram Kerur. Representing Exact Space is Rahul Raghunathan. For the next challenge, prediction of atmospheric visibility, we have an individual innovator, Mr. Venkatanathan Natarajan. And for the same challenge, the second winner is Puzzles India Technology, represented by Apurva Ankad. The next challenge, computerized targets for virtual training. We have 2 winners representing Oxygen to Innovation, Air Vice Marshal Ashok Singhal. And the second winner in the same challenge is AATWRI Group, represented by Mr. Ashish Kumar Behera. For the next challenge, target detection in SHAF environment. Again, this is an individual innovator, Mr. Swaroop Sahu. The next challenge, reduction of RCS of naval warships. The winner is Zeus Numerics, represented by Mr. Basant Kumar Gupta. And the second winner in the same challenge is AV Guard Systems, represented by Mr. Nilutpal Chowdhury and Dr. Shweta Amit from MSRIT. Yeah, so given the numbers are more, we will do it in 2 parts. So may I request winners from the left side to please come on stage and split between 2 sides of the dignitaries, and we will have the certificate handover. I invite Honorable Raksha Mantri to hand over the certificate. Now I invite the second half. Please split yourselves on either sides of the dignitaries. Thank you. Congratulations to the winners. So that brings us to the conclusion of the inaugural session. My privilege to thank Honorable Raksha Mantri and other dignitaries on stage for being part of this session. Thank you, sir.
There we were. Bandhan, as we know, is churning out to get the best out of the available resources. Bangalore is a capital of the startups. There are hundreds and hundreds crossing the limit of almost around 2,000 startups. And in the space of aero research, in the aerodynamics also, and also in the space of defense, there are a lot of startups which have done a wonderful job, and this Manthan was to churn it out and get the best out of the startups, and they have been honored, found out, and we will also probably try to bring a few clippings of what some of these startups have done. That was Manthan for us. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 3 days we have been, today is day 3, for the last 2 days we have been witnessing lots of events happening. Day 1 and the best event that we would like to remember and recollect every time we talk to you is about the 48,000 crore rupee order that the HAL has been handed over to manufacture 83 LCA Tejas MK1. That's one of the landmark orders in the ecosystem of Bangalore and HAL. And along with that, lot many more manufacturing orders are in the pipeline, and they are being handed over. Lot of what is that? Lot of MOUs and product launches and all these things are lined up. And many more announcements are there, and then tie up with many more countries. All these events are ready, and Honorable Raksha Mantri is heading towards Bandhan. We are waiting for that to happen. As soon as Raksha Mantri reaches the Bandhan venue, where these events are going to happen, ceremony for signing of MOUs, product launch and announcements. We will get the details live from the venue of Bandhan. We're expecting RM to at the venue of Bandhan, and in the meanwhile, we will take a few more visuals of what has gone through in the flying display area since the 2 days. We are waiting for the tapes to get ready and roll the flying display of the last 2 days. We are awaiting arrival of Honorable Raksha Mantri ji at the Bandhan venue. With HAL coming into being in the 1940s, there have been a lot of ecosystem that's built around in the aerodynamics and manufacturing of the aircraft and all the related activities. Bangalore has been a capital. So lots of things are happening, and the ecosystem corrections and the corrective measures taken by the government of Karnataka also has been very supportive. Therefore, industries have been moving into Bangalore, and all these favorable ecosystem is happening. And what with the Aero India, Aero Show 2021 coming up, and most successfully also. We're just waiting for RM to reach the Bandhan venue, and in the meanwhile, probably we'll show you a few more clippings of the flying display. Probably we're ready with the RM at the Bandhan venue, and we will be moving over there. Yeah, we will move over to the area of Bandhan, and we will take shots from Bandhan area. We are ready there.
And finally, in the end, the handover of the product to Coast Guard by HAL will again be on the dais. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All guests and dignitaries are requested to kindly take their respective seats as we await the arrival of the Honorable Defence Minister. You are requested to keep your mobile phones in switch off or silent mode, please. We are honoured this morning by the gracious presence of our Honourable Defence Minister, Sri Rajnath Singh Ji, for the Bandhan ceremony. Honourable Defence Minister, Sri Rajnath Singh Ji, and distinguished dignitaries on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Colonel George Jacob, and on behalf of Ministry of Defence, Department of Defence Production, warmly welcome you to the Bandhan event being held as part of Aero India 2021. Bandhan being held in the august presence of the Honourable of a Defence Minister comprises handing over of license agreement for transfer of technology by DRDO to industries, product launch and handing over of products and exchange of MOUs and major announcements. May I now welcome Sri Raj Kumar, Secretary Defence Production, to deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar, Honorable Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Karamveer Singh, Chief of Army Staff General Naravane, Secretary DG and Secretary DRDO Dr. G. Satish Reddy, distinguished guests from abroad, doyens of Indian industry, heads of PSU and other organizations, media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to thank Honorable Raksha Mantri for his gracious presence at this event. Sir, you are a great source of inspiration for all of us in the relentless drive for Atmanirbharta in defense industry. I extend a warm and hearty welcome to all the other dignitaries on the dais and esteemed guests event. Bandhan ceremony is an event which would witness launch of new defense products, transfer of technology by DRDO to the industry, signing of and forging of partnerships between entities and major announcements related to FDI and defense exports. Memorandum of understandings among the defense PSUs, industries and research institutions for collaboration in defense manufacturing and transfer of technology would bring in innovative technology and which will make this a defining moment in the history and journey of Aero India. Government of India, as you know, is relentlessly working towards the growth and development of defense and aerospace sector. Government's Make in India policy and setting up of UP and Tamil Nadu defense corridor aim to strengthen the defense industrial base in the country. Hike in the cap of foreign direct investment through automatic route up to 74% would inspire foreign OEMs to set up new production facilities in India. Recently launched Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 with a new procurement category by Global and Make in India aims to encourage foreign OEMs to set up manufacturing as well as maintenance facilities through its subsidiaries or joint ventures or tie-ups in India. Declaration of negative import list of 101 items effective over a period of 5 years from December 2022 onwards will further facilitate growth and expansion of domestic industries. Initiatives like MAKE projects, innovation for defense excellence, are creating ample opportunities for small businesses in the defense sector in the country. During DEF Expo in February 2020, over 200 partnerships were forged, MOUs were signed, transfer of technology and product launches were concluded in a similar ceremony last year. It's heartening to note that in line with this initiative, various ministries in Government of India and organizations, we are going to forge more than 200 partnerships once again, and that too in a limited period, short period of last 11 months only. This should give immense pride to all of us for our continuous journey on the path of increased self-reliance and for reducing our dependence on defense imports, and also increasing our indigenous defense manufacturing as well as export capabilities. I am delighted to see DPSUs, Ordnance Factory Boards, Government of Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and private sector playing a very important role in making the Make in India initiative of Government of India a huge success. I am confident that the new partnerships which are being formed today with the technological agreements and collaborations would pave way for a robust defense ecosystem in the country. Now I would like to highlight some of the major agreements which would be concluded today and the handing over of those projects which deserve special mention. These include formal handing over of ALH Mark III helicopters to Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard, and initial operational clearance of Army version of light utility helicopter by HAL, tripartite MOU between HAL, Aeronautical Development Agency and the Indian Air Force for design, development, production and product support, including intellectual property rights pertaining to light combat aircraft Mark 1A. Signing of MOUs by GRSE with Messrs. ECT Marine, Netherlands, for indigenous design of contemporary dredgers, and with Messrs. ASSL Bangladesh for cooperation in shipbuilding are shining example of collaboration with foreign entities. Bharat Electronic Limited's MOU with Elbit, Israel, for technology collaboration for their DIRCM systems in India and back to Elbit as exports would definitely give a big boost to our export and defense sector. Bharat Earth Movers Limited has envisaged cooperation with Rosoboron Exports Russia for joint production of Pantsir and Tor-M missile air defense system with anti-drone capabilities and latest generation of Boomerang infantry combat vehicle which holds immense potential. The product launches by Bharat Dynamics Limited, the VL-SR SAM weapon system, advanced heavyweight and extended range medium range surface to air missiles are other noteworthy MOUs and products. The unveiling of aerostructure of a tactical UAV today, jointly by IIT Kanpur and Bharat Earth Mover Limited, shows the progress the partnership has made in respect of an MOU signed virtually in front of Honorable Raksha Mantri in August 2020. It also highlights the role academia can play in the development of defense technology. I am extremely happy to inform that DRDO would be signing transfer of technology agreements with defense public sector undertakings and private players on a variety of advanced technology products such as NMRL, fuel cell-based air independent propulsion technology for naval submarines. A very, very new things and a great breakthrough in terms of technology in our country. Inertial navigation system for ship application, 155 mm 52 caliber advanced towed artillery gun system, mechanical mine layer, self-propelled, low-level transportable radar. The opportunity of production is rising because of DRDO's R&D effort, and it needs to be fully exploited by the industry for Atmanirbharta or self-reliance in the country. In the end, I would like to welcome you all once again to this Bandhan event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your illuminating words. Ladies and gentlemen, we now commence the Bandhan event. First, we have the transfer of technology agreements with DRDO. And I wish to call to the podium, below the dais, the concerned representatives in batches due to paucity of time. The first batch, CMD BEL and Director LRDE for exchanging TOT for low-level transportable radar. With Director RCI to exchange TOT for inertial navigation system for ship application. Yes. 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 Director LASIC to exchange long-range optical target locator. Director IRD to exchange TOT for Commander TI thermal sights for T-72. TOT for diesel engine infrared signature suppression system by Director NSTL and CMD GRSC will be the next. TOT for diesel engine infrared signature suppression system by Director NSTL and CMD GRSC. Cooperation for production of Uttam radar for LCA by GMAD and Director LRDE. Cooperation leading to production of RWR-NG and ASPJ pod for LCA by Chairman DRDO and GMAD. Now batch 2, Director NMRL and Director Defense Smart Technologies, Larsen Tobro Limited, to exchange TOT for fuel cell based air independent propulsion technology for naval submarines. Director CAAR, Director Defense Smart Technologies, Larsen and Tobro Limited. To exchange TOT for multi-agent robotic system, I call upon Director ARDE and CEO of Bharat Forge Limited and CEO MD of Tata Advanced Systems onto the podium, please. To exchange TOT for 155mm 52 caliber advanced towed artillery gun system, Director R&D E and COO Godrej. to exchange TOT for mechanical mine layer, self-propelled. Now coming to batch 3.
All of them be together. All
Okay.
सबको मिला इकट्ठा बुलाइए.
Director ARDE and Joint MD of Astra Microwave Limited to exchange
and all these.
TOT for Prachand anti-tank munition hardware. Director HEMRL and Senior GM of Economic Explosives and Deputy MD of Premier Explosives to exchange TOT for explosive filling technology of Prachand munition. Director LRDE and CEO of Ministerial Solutions Private Limited to exchange TOT for handheld through-wall image radar. Now batch 4, Director DEBL, MD Sure Safety, MD and CEO Aerospace Engineers Private Limited, CTO JK Fenner, GM Machine Tools Prototype Factory, MD Shiva Industries and CEO Elite Polymers to exchange individual underwater breathing apparatus. Yes. And gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, kindly move fast for the exchange of TOT. And finally, Director DMRL and Director Nimraj Serglas Technique Private Limited to exchange TOT for add-on armor for VAP. Yes, sir. After this, we exchange also, I mean, only product and after delivery. That will be better. That will be. Ladies and gentlemen, due to paucity of time, please move in faster. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all the TOT agreements concluded today. Thank you. We now move on to the announcements of product launches and handing over of the products. I now invite CMD BDL to launch new products in the presence of the Honorable Raksha Mantri. First we have Garudastra, extended range lightweight torpedo, and also Dishani, directional sonobuoy. Now HAL will hand over the new products. Formal handing over of ALH Mark III to Indian Navy by Sukhoi-30 and ACNS Air. Next, initial operational clearance of Army version of LUH by C. Semilac and Director Engineering, R&D. HAL and documents for this will be handed over by Director Semilac to EDRC and HAL. May I call upon CMD HAL to hand over the models of LUH to the Chief of the Army Staff. Yes. Yes. Formal handing over of first hardware of semi-cryo development project by GM Aerospace to GM LWC ISRO. Handing over of professional certificate of engine and flight display unit by C. Semilac and Director Engineering R&D HAL. Thank you. Now I call upon CMD BEL to the podium below the dais for launch of their products. Small form embedded server, gunshot detection system, 400G encryptor, Li-Fi based high-speed underwater communication system. Announcer, everything. For the next product launch, I call upon to the podium MG Seating Systems Private Limited to launch their new age seating solutions for armored vehicles. Next, we have Optimized Electrotech Private Limited for launching AI-enabled imaging system using face recognition and edge analytics. I call upon Idea Force Technology for the launch of V4 UAV. Yes. Next, I call upon Midani, HAL, DMRL, DRDO Hyderabad, HSFE ISRO Bangalore for the launching of isothermally forged compressor disc for Aero engine, MCA titanium slab, Greenfin component of ISRO. The OFP products being launched today are Commander's Thermal Imager come day sight for BMP-2, Driver's Night Sight for BMP-2s, Brake Parachute for Hawk AJT. Now I call on to stage Imaginative Software Labs Private Limited for the launch of collaborative, augmented and virtual reality application. I also call on stage Rovete for the tactical UGV launch. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for all the products launched today. Thank you. We now move on to the exchange of memoranda of understanding. On the podium below the dais, due to paucity of time, this will be done in batches. The first batch, HAL, there are 12 MOUs. TOT agreement for manufacturing LCA LRUs with Aeronautical Development Agency, for civil aircraft MRO with Air India Engineering Services, for deployment of Dornier aircraft in ALGs in Arunachal Pradesh by Alliance Air, for mutually beneficial business cooperation with Lockheed Martin, US, to explore export potential for ROH for engine for Rolls-Royce, cooperation high-thrust aero engines for military and civil aircraft with Safran Engines Limited, TOT for GPS with RCI DRDO, possibly of integration of ACD electro-optical system with Safran France, and digital overhead HUD system with Elbit systems. Next we have BDL, 12 MOUs, Vaibhav and Vishal anti-tank mines with Bharat Forge, 5th generation missile with L&T, MBDJV, integration of EHWT in India with Naval Group France, for Spike ER2 missile with Rafael Israel, for establishment of propeller system facility India with Roxel France, for indigenous manufacture of Starstick missiles under MiG-2 with Thales France, for TOT and joint manufacture various missile systems with SFT Ukraine, for export development of mini satellite with Dhruva Space Limited, cost-effective satellite launch vehicle with Skyroot Aerospace. Okay, next batch is BEL, BEML and OFB. Emerging business opportunities in airport business with Airport Authority of India by BEL. Contract for procuring 18 LLWR Aslesha communication and associate equipment with Indian Air Force for defense and aerospace opportunities with Larsen & Toubro. BEML, manufacturer of transponder landing system with ANPC USA, with advanced composites and autoclaves with NAL, development of 25 kg class UAV with IIT Kanpur, air defense launchers and armored vehicles with Adani Group, AI based lighting systems for BEML vehicles with HackLab Solutions, AI based vision system and face recognition systems with Outdo Media Tech, AI based unmanned ground vehicle with Taurus Robotics, and manufacturer of 150 class Primeco UAV SE of Czech Republic. For export of products and services of OFB through Bell's offices abroad, Mr. Shublok and Ms. Anandi Ram. The next is, after this is Midani, for indigenous manufacture of tungsten powder with DMRL DRDO, characterization of powder manufactured for strategic application with EOS Germany, for new alloy development and high performance material for welding applications in European market with FSH Welding Group France, for development and production of composite raw material with HAL, for potential business opportunity with Lockheed Martin, for pursuing R&D in additive metallurgy with Pandit Deendayal Petroleum University, for fused silica radomes through gel casting route with RCI, for providing end-to-end solutions in high-performance materials and components with Ultra Engineers, for establishing total supply chain for high-performance material and components for aerospace and defense sector with Walmet Engineering Limited. In batch 6, we have GSL, MDL and HSL. GSL for marketing and sale of GSL products with Golden Maritime Technology Bangladesh Shipyard Limited. For engineering services with C-Tech Solutions International Singapore. Construction is a repair of Navy vessels and commercial vehicles with HSL. Marketing and sale of GS products with Western Marine Shipyards Limited, Bangladesh. MDL for indigenization, design and manufacture or supply of valves for marine platforms with Ajay Valves. For development of underwater vehicles and defense systems with Bharat Forge. For design, manufacturing, supply of pumps and valves for marine platforms with Tokol Machines Private Limited. And mutual collaboration with GSL and HSL. Next batch, batch 7, that is GRSC. For development of defense sector SMEs with Abhikta Bharat Mega Defense Cluster. For ship repair and execution of repair job on turnkey basis with Allen Ship Repairers. Collaboration to develop shipbuilding skills with ASSL Bangladesh. Helicopter landing system with CAS Electrical Automation Limited. To develop the design and for new tenders for dredgers with ECT Marine Netherlands. For development of electric hybrid propulsion for naval systems with GE Power. For aerodynamic studies in ship design. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. कर दिया क्या तो कर दे नहीं सर क्या नहीं करना है ओके सर ओके Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the MOS signed so far. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the balance MOUs after the address by the Honorable Raksha Mantri. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the much awaited moment. It's a matter of great honor for me to invite the Honorable Defence Minister of India, Sri Rajnath Singh Ji, to address the gathering.
Sound okay. Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral Karambir Singh, Chief of Army Staff General M.M. Naravane, Secretary Defence Production Sri Raj Kumar, Secretary DRDO Dr. Satish Reddy, Additional Secretary Sri Sanjay Yaju, Sri Gaurav Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, Commerce and Industry Department, representatives of Defence, Public Sector Undertakings, industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to Bandhan 2021. Friends, as you are aware, this is the 13th edition of Aero India. The event has evolved over a period of time to become one of the world's premium air shows. Collaboration or Bandhan is a mantra that has got us this far in this remarkable journey. Bandhan exemplifies the spirit of public-private partnership in defense and aerospace sectors. We have forged strategic ties that are poised to transform the defense and aerospace manufacturing in the country. I have been informed that on this memorable day, we have signed 128 MOUs, 19 TOTs, 4 handing overs, 18 product launchers, and 32 major announcements, totaling grand figure of 201 feats. Further, 45 MSMEs who participated in Aero India 21 had already bagged orders worth rupees 203 crore. This is a major achievement and the credit for this goes to all of you. Last year, our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi gave a clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, translated as a self-reliant India, which ignited the country's spirit of innovation and collaboration. To build further on this amazing legacy, we are embarking upon a new decade of cutting-edge innovation and exploration in the defense and aerospace sector. The fountainhead of any capability emerges from the robustness of its foundation, and the foundation of our vision rests on three pillars. These are research and development, public and private defense production, and third, defense exports. These are the three pillars. And over time, the results of our endeavor are becoming visible in each of these areas of focus. For long, the Defense Research and Development Organization remained the only research and development organization in India, while its importance and relevance remain integral to our future defense research and development, as do the success of its projects. However, this is simultaneously accompanied by an attempt to broaden this research base. It has been done by providing support and encouragement to the private sector. A number of patents of DRDO have been shared with the private sector to assist them with defense production ventures. In addition, test facilities to include ranges of DPSUs, DGQA, DRDO, Army, Navy, and Air Force have also been made available to offset the setting up cost of such expensive establishments. Friends, initiatives have been taken to encourage and facilitate private sector research and development initiatives. The IDEX and Defense India Startup Challenge emerged from the vision of the Prime Minister and was launched by him in 2018. This initiative aimed to foster innovation and develop technology in the defense and aerospace sector. This was focused towards boosting startups and individuals along with research and development establishments and academia. 10 startups have developed the products worth rupees 100 crore under IDEX route, and these products have been displayed in this mega event. Friends, the success of these endeavors is becoming evident through some of the recent innovations that have come to light. All of you may have been witness to the display of combat drones as part of the Swarm Technology Initiative during the recently concluded Army Day function on 15th January 2021 at New Delhi. This innovation suggests a surge in the participation of MSMEs in the defense sector, not only to manufacture, but also to innovate. Brothers and sisters, with an aim of encouraging the manufacture of defense-related items in India, our endeavor will remain to bring down defense imports by at least $2 billion by 2022. Of between 2016 and 2019, 138 proposals worth over $37 billion for domestic manufacturing have been approved. Friends, you are well aware of the order of 83 LCA Mark 1A worth over 48,000 crores that has been given by the government in December 2020. This will give a big boost to domestic manufacturing and especially to the aviation industry. It will spawn new and resilient supply chains. The negative list of 101 items for import is also meant to provide opportunities to the domestic manufacturing sector to strengthen their base and contribute to Atmanirbhar Bharat. Brothers and sisters, we realize that the defense aesthetic industry can only excel if the requisite ecosystem can be built for its growth. With this in mind, the government decided to create 2 defense corridors in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. As part of this initiative, 3,700 and 3,100 crores have already been pledged by both public and private industries. Further, the plan entails a $3 billion investment in the corridors to improve the investment climate and facilities. The initiative will support MSMEs and startups in their ventures in the coming years. Friends, we realize, appreciate, and understand also that in a highly specialized and technology-driven environment, a collaborative, cooperative, and collective approach to defense production and exports is the way of forward. It is for this reason that a large number of initiatives have been taken to invite major companies from across the world and to become a partner of India's defense industrial initiatives. It is with this objective that FDI, as our Secretary Defense Production Sri Rajkumarji told, FDI was raised to 74% from 49% in August 2020. The bid to create the right climate for FDI has led to an increase in inflow from $180 million between 2001 to 2014 to $290 million from 2014 to 2020. Friends, a robust domestic manufacturing base relates directly to the potential for defense exports. We plan to move from a $11 billion defense base to $25 billion by 2025. Of this, we further intend to create an export component of $5 billion. This will be facilitated by the recently released draft Defense Production and Export Promotion Policy. I am happy to inform the audience that during the period 2015 to 2019, 2015 to 2020, defense exports grew from 2,000 crore to rupees 9,000 crores. It is also important to note that a vast majority of our defense exports are being spearheaded by the private sector. This is the remarkable. Friends, India is one of the fastest growing defense aviation markets in the world, with a robust indigenous aerospace industry. A large number of micro, small and medium enterprises, which in the past have been suppliers of components to aerospace majors like HAL, DRDO and ISRO, are gradually transforming themselves into major players. Brothers and sisters, the aerospace sector has an important role to play. If we have to reach our targets of domestic defense production, $25 billion, and exports of approximately $5 billion by 2025. Friends, I have given a lucid account of the far-reaching reforms in the defense sector introduced in the recent past by our government. We have laid great stress on indigenization and increasing procurement from the domestic industry. The aerospace industry catering to the civil and defense domestic and overseas markets is one of the firm path towards a transformational change underpinned by overwhelming support of the government. The Indian aerospace industry, both military and civil, stands uniquely poised today on the threshold of capturing itself into the global arena. The aero component sector is set to grow from 30,000 crores today to rupees 60,000 crores by 2024. Friends, India has a great potential to emerge as a global and regional maintenance, repair and overhaul hub, given the cost competitiveness of its manpower resources, the availability of abundant specialist capabilities and geographical advantages. We are collaborating extensively to train and skill our citizens to build a large pool of world-class aerospace professionals. This Bandhan event today has witnessed significant signing of memorandum of understanding, major announcements and transfer of technology agreements. These agreements give impetus to Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. These extensive tie-ups, joint ventures and technology transfers agreed today will significantly enhance the domestic capability of the industry. Friends, India is geared up to be a global aerospace hub. The aerospace industry is poised to be an important contributor to the economy, generating significant employment also. We have made a fresh start today after a year of uncertainty due to the pandemic, and I thoroughly believe that we will move faster with your support and cooperation. I want to assure you the Ministry of Defense will do everything possible to ensure that the agreements entered into today will be implemented successfully. And I would like to extend my gratitude once again for your participation and wish your Bandhan efforts a resounding success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
That was the flying display, Manthan and Bandhan, which kept the morning very colorful. With this, we complete the first half of the day, and we will be back with you in the second half of the day for the valedictory function of Aero 2021, a little after 3 o'clock. See you again.
இனிய இளமைய நிகழ்ச்சியில் நாம் சந்திக்கக்கூடிய ஆளுமை பெண் முன்னேற்றத்திற்காக பெரும் காரியங்களை செய்தவர் ஒரு சமூக ஆர்வலர் டாக்டர் நந்தினி ஆசாத்.
நம்ம சொசைட்டி இஸ் பேட்ரியார்க்கல். ஸோ இந்த சொசைட்டியில் உங்களுக்கு வந்த சேலஞ்சஸ் இருக்கும், அதை எப்படி நீங்கள் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணீங்க?
சைல்டுஹுட்டு ஸ்கூலிங் இதெல்லாம் பேட்ரியார்க்கே கிடையாது, வீட்டில் ஈக்குவாலிட்டி தான். அதனால் அங்கே வீட்டுக்குள்ளே போராட்டம் கிடையாது. பட் இந்த மாதிரி உங்களை ஸ்கில் பண்ணி உங்களை மைண்டை மாற்றினதுக்கப்புறம் என்வாயன்மெண்ட்டில் போய் டீல் பண்ணும்போது என்வாயன்மெண்ட் வெரி பேட்ரியார்க்கல்.
ஒவ்வொரு சாதனையாளரையும் அவங்களுடைய இளமை பருவத்துக்கு திருப்பி அழைச்சிக்கிட்டு போய் அவங்க என்னென்னலாம் செஞ்சாங்க, எப்படி அவங்க சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக ஆனாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத நம்மளோட பகிர்ந்துக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு அருமையான வாய்ப்பு அமைஞ்சிருக்கு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி.
புதன்கிழமை இரவு 8 மணிக்கு என் இனிய இளமையே.
திரையில் காணும் QR கோடை உங்கள் கைபேசியில் ஸ்கேன் செய்து பொதிகையின் YouTube பக்கத்துடன் இணைந்திருங்கள்.
பொதிகையுடன் இணைந்திருங்கள்.
இந்த மண்ணே எல்லோரின் தாயே, இந்த மண்ணே எல்லோரின் எல்லோரின் தாயே இதனின் மகத்துவம் சிறந்ததாகுமே இம்மண்ணின் மேல் நம்பிக்கை வைத்து உழைக்கும் நம் விவசாயியே மணி மணியாய் கொட்டும் பயிரை தருமண் நம்மை காத்திடுமே மணி மணியாய் கொட்டும் பயிரை தருமண் நம்மை காத்திடுமே இது எல்லோரை காக்கும் தருணமே இது எல்லோரை காக்கும் தருணமே நம் தாய் மண்ணின் மடியிலே தாய் மண்ணின் மடியிலே தாய் மண்ணின் மடியிலே தாய் மண்ணின் மடியிலே
ரூபாவை யாரோ கிட்னாப் பண்ணிட்டாங்க.
என்ன? ரூபாவை கிட்னாப் பண்ணிட்டாங்களா?
வந்துட்டீங்களா?
வந்துட்டியா?
என்னாச்சு? முகம் ஏன் இப்படி வெளுத்து போய் கிடக்குது?
டெல்லியில இருக்கிற எல்லா பிசினஸையும் நானே பாத்துக்கிறேன். அப்புறம் கிராமத்துல இருக்கிற எல்லா வேலையும் நீங்களே இங்க இருந்து ஃப்ரீயா பாத்துக்கோங்க. ஓகே டாடி?
அட சரி, உன் வாயை மூடு.
எனக்கு பயமா இருக்கு.
ரூபா, என்னாச்சு?
சித்தப்பா, அங்க யாரோ இருக்காங்க. சித்தப்பா என்ன கிட்னாப் பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
யாரும் இல்ல, ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, சும்மா இரு.
என்னாச்சு?
அதோ
ஏன் இப்ப இந்த மாதிரி பிஹேவ் பண்றா?
அவ என்ன அந்த அதிர்ச்சியில இருந்து மீண்டு வரல. இது அதோட விளைவுதான். இவ மனசுல பட்ட காயம் ஆறுறது கொஞ்சம் நேரம் ஆகும்.
சித்தப்பா, அங்க கதவுக்கு பின்னாடி.
அட ரூபா, அங்க யாரும் இல்ல. நீ பயப்படாத, அங்க யாரும் இல்ல.
ஒண்ணுல ரூபா,
பயப்படக்கூடாது. நாங்கெல்லாம் உன் கூட இருக்கோம்ல. விக்ரம் இருக்கான், நான் இருக்கேன், இங்க எல்லாரும் இருக்கோம். கதவும் மூடிதான் இருக்கு. ஓகே, இங்க யாரும் வரமாட்டாங்க. வா, உள்ள வா, பாப்பலாம்.
சகரண்ண, வெந்நீர் கொண்டு வந்துட்டேன்.
விக்ரம், நீ இவளை பாத்துக்கோ. தைரியமா இருமா.
ஒண்ணு இல்ல, வா, நான் இருக்கேன். வா, நான் இருக்கேன். வா, ஒண்ணு இல்ல, பயப்படாத.
கொடுப்பா.
சோனியா, என்னாச்சு? எப்ப நீங்க வந்த?
மம்மி, எனக்கு ரொம்ப பயமா இருக்கு மம்மி. ரூபாவை பத்தி நான் கேள்விப்பட்டதுல இருந்து என்னோட தூக்கமே போயிடுச்சு. பாவம், இப்ப அவ என்ன நிலைமையில இருக்காளோ தெரியல. ரூபாக்கு எந்த ஆபத்து வராம நல்லபடியா திரும்பி வந்துடணும்னு நான் சாமி கிட்ட வேண்டிட்டு இருக்கேன் மம்மி.
ரூபாவுக்கு எதுவுமே ஆகாதுமா. சீக்கிரமே அவ திரும்ப வந்துருவா. அம்மா சொல்றல, நீ நம்புமா.
அவங்க வீட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்களோட